Yeah. Hey, appreciate you. Everything that you done for me.
I really like Terence Crawford, right? Because of his switch hitting style. Now, Terence Crawford is due a massive, he's due a massive performance. And I don't think Canelo is made for him. Canelo doesn't fight with any urgency anymore.
I know his spirit.
Yeah?
Yeah, he got a killer in him. He a silent killer. I've been around niggas like that in the hood. Them niggas lay back until you bring it out, and then they just...
Terence Crawford wrapped up his final day of training camp before his highly anticipated showdown with Canelo Alvarez. Turki Alalshik was present, showing strong support for Crawford and expressing gratitude for his presence on this journey. Despite the intense preparations, Crawford reminded everyone that the job is not yet finished. He carried himself with confidence, affirming his belief that he will emerge victorious when he steps into the ring.
Hey, appreciate you. Everything that you done for me. You and Riyadh City. You must. The job ain't done yet.
Yeah.
Job ain't done yet.
Yeah. And Saturday, they deliver the job.
But listen. They got 20. No retirement. Yeah.
Let's get it. Crawford's final training phase has been marked by relentless effort and unwavering determination as he prepares for the biggest fight of his career against Canelo Alvarez. He's been sparring intensely, sharpening his reflexes, and fine-tuning his defense, all while maintaining a crisp and powerful offense. His team emphasizes his discipline and focus, portraying him as a fighter who has left no stone unturned. Video footage shows Crawford working tirelessly, his body lean and conditioned, ready to step into the ring with full confidence. Crawford's determination shines through his words, confidently asserting that victory is within reach even though the challenge is formidable. His interviews and training footage reveal a man who thrives under pressure, fully aware of the magnitude of facing a champion like Canelo. Yet, he remains unwavering in his self-belief. Crawford emphasizes that his strategy, discipline, and mental toughness will guide him through any adversity in the ring, ensuring he fights not just with his body, but with his mind.
How do you see this fight with Canelo going?
I'm definitely going to win the fight, for sure. But, I think it's going to be a tough fight. I think he's going to bring the best out of me. I'm going to bring the best out of him, and it's going to be an exciting fight.
Unlike many fighters who overtrain in pursuit of perfection, Crawford has adopted a wiser approach. He openly shares that he avoids pushing beyond his limits, instead focusing on structured training that balances effort with recovery. This maturity demonstrates his understanding of the importance of maintaining his health and energy. Crawford believes that his current level of intensity in camp is sufficient preparation, and that adding extra strain could risk fatigue or injury before fight night.
But right now, I'm not training hard. I'm not even training, really. I don't want to overtrain because me personally, when I go in the gym, I give my all. And I don't want to burn myself out.
Lester Martinez, Crawford's chief sparring partner, has delivered chilling warnings about what Canelo is about to face. Having spent countless hours sparring with Crawford during camp, Martinez confidently claims that Crawford's power is something even Canelo will struggle to handle. He insists that despite Canelo's reputation as the naturally bigger man, Crawford feels just as big and strong in the ring. Martinez's statements add weight to Crawford's preparations, as sparring partners often provide the most honest insight into a fighter's true form.
No, está como dicen muchos, está cabrón. Está preparado, está listo, a pesar de venir de una categoría muy abajo, subir a la 168, pues ya te digo, los sparring con él. Tanto lo he ayudado como he sentido que él me ha ayudado también a mí. Entonces, anteriormente estaba enfocado en ayudarlo, pero luego que me dijeron que yo iba a pelear, ¿sabes qué? Necesito ayudarte, pero que me ayudes. Y ya en el ring nos entendemos. Yo casi no hablo inglés. Todavía voy practicándolo, pero en el ring nos entendemos muy bien. Y hay una buena vibra, pero él está listo. Y yo también estoy listo.
El tema del peso, ¿cómo crees lo afectará en la noche de la pelea haciendo sparring con él?
¿Cómo?
Haciendo sparring con Terence, la gente habla, pues el Canelo es muy grande, de 2 categorías.
Bueno, en realidad en tamaño creo que están iguales. Pero en diferencia de peso, sí, a lo mejor Canelo está más acostumbrado a esa categoría que Terence. Pero te digo, vengo haciendo sparring con él desde que estaba en las 147 libras. Mi primer sparring con él en las 147. Yo era ya 168, sigo siendo 168. Y lo único que hizo ahora pues es subir de peso, aumentar de peso. Y sí, se siente muy diferente haber hecho sparring con él en 147 y ahora hacer sparring con él en 168. Pero yo creo que...
¿Cómo se siente diferente?
En el sentido que le he sentido más pegada, más explosivo. La rapidez, el snap lo tiene todavía el cabrón, no lo ha perdido, lo he sentido. Pero creo que la nutrición que lleva, el equipo de trabajo con el que tiene.
Former champion Duke McKenzie has boldly predicted that Crawford is perfectly suited to dismantle Canelo Alvarez. He argues that many of Canelo's recent opponents were not truly elite, and that Crawford presents a unique challenge. McKenzie believes Crawford's versatility, ability to adapt mid-fight, and natural ring IQ make him uniquely capable of exposing Canelo's flaws. While Canelo has enjoyed success against various fighters, McKenzie emphasizes that he has not faced anyone with Crawford's skill, timing, and precision.
Over the years, when you look, since he's been off the mad cow meat, right? You look at his last 5 fights, he's boxed ordinary fighters, you know, and they're not in the same league. They're really not in the same league. And I think to myself, his last 5 fights, what's that kid's name? Hamza Shiraz, right? So he boxed in his last fight. He knocked out, what's the kid's name?
Belanga.
Right, he knocked out Belanga. Belanga took your man there. He took him the distance. Now you only got to balance it up. If Belanga can take him the distance, you got to say to yourself, what is Terence Crawford going to do to Canelo Cotto. I've got the names mixed up. Yeah, right. So what's he going to do to you know what? I look at the fight and I think to myself, I really like Terence Crawford, right? Because of his switch hitting style. Now Terence Crawford is due a massive performance. And I don't think Canelo's made for him. Canelo doesn't fight with any urgency anymore. You don't get any head movement from him anymore. He doesn't show you a punch and hit you with another one anymore. There's no variety in his whole sort of makeup. And I look at him and I think to myself, Canelo's become, just in my opinion, I think he's become a little bit pedestrian in as much as goes in straight lines, comes out in straight lines. There's no urgency to his work.
One of the biggest concerns before this fight was the potential size disparity, with critics questioning whether Crawford's move up in weight would leave him undersized. However, recent training footage has silenced much of that skepticism. Crawford appears larger, stronger, and more conditioned than ever, leading many analysts to shift their predictions in his favor. Observers now believe that Crawford's ability to bulk up while maintaining speed and precision has erased doubts about Canelo's supposed size advantage. Some experts are even predicting a knockout, as Crawford's physical transformation has challenged the idea that Canelo's size will dominate once they face off.
Muscles don't win fights, and everybody it seems like that says muscles don't win fights usually have ridiculous muscle mass. Like Devin Haney was like, muscles don't win, and Devin's like way bigger than everybody else at 135 pounds and jacked to the gills. That's that snack shit. Okay, we're not doing that. But Terence Crawford also on that snack shit. Anyway, Bud Crawford did just drop a body transformation pic. Let's take a look at it. Boom! Son, I'm sorry, I have a flat tire. Does anyone have a jack to help me out? Oh, thank you, Bud Crawford. You're actually huge. The man has abs on his abs on his abs. I'm not trying to glaze, but that doesn't look like a 147 pounder. It doesn't look like a 154 pounder. That looks like a grown man. He's definitely put some weight on, coming to 168 pounds. And I can tell you that now, take what I'm about to show you with a grain of salt because it is on weigh-in day, but look at what he was at 140 pounds. Now again, he's out of camp. Hasn't made the weight cut yet, but that's him right now. But I mean, that is crazy. Couple of things. Yes, muscles don't win you fights, and the biggest question we have to ask now is, how will this newfound muscle mass affect Bud Crawford in the fight? Because one of the things I have said continuously about this fight is that the weight issue has been completely overblown by people. And what I mean is, there is not a massive weight disparity between these two fighters. What's around at and what Terence Crawford walks around at is probably similar, and maybe Crawford even weighs a little more. I don't know. I saw the picture of the scale of him at 186, a little less when he's normally not trying to gain weight. But that's not the point of the weight difference. Saying there is a weight difference is that Canelo Alvarez has consistently fought and been successful at 160 to 168.
Controversy erupted when analyst Showbiz the Adult speculated that the fight might be fixed, based on Turki Alalshik's involvement in Crawford's camp. In footage, Turki is heard telling Crawford not to retire after the Canelo bout, leading some to interpret this as a coded message about returning the favor. This theory suggests that Turki's role in facilitating the fight could imply expectations of something in return. While largely speculative, it has sparked debate among fans and analysts about whether outside influences could impact the integrity of this high-profile matchup.
On the first part, return the favor. But Turki, in a second thought, said, no, I'm going to deliver this message. He goes back to Bud and he says, and don't retire after this. Don't retire.
No retirement. Yeah.
That's what Turki meant when he was trying to say, return the favor.
Guys, you must
job ain't done
retire.
yet.
Yeah.
I did this for you. You got this big fight. Yeah, the job ain't done. Deliver the job. But don't retire. Return the favor. That is the most important part, and we're going to break that down. The deliver the job thing, that is more of a language difference, okay? Because Bud is saying, listen, the job ain't done. He said, oh yeah, deliver the job, Saturday. Mostly meaning, put on a good fight. Fight your heart out. If you win, cool. That'll be best if you win. But I'm just saying, it's not about winning. Winning is about trying. Winning is about going for greatness. Marvelous Marvin Hagler wasn't undefeated. Sugar Ray Leonard, Duran, Muhammad Ali, Sam Langford, Jack Johnson, Jack Dempsey, some of these Gene Tunney, some of the greatest fighters of all time, Willie Pep, Sammy Sadler. These guys weren't undefeated, right? But that's what made them great, is that they were taking on all challenges. His Excellency Turki Alalshik knows that the product isn't the fighter. The product is the sport. So he's trying to put on the best matches, which is why he's saying, don't retire, return the favor, because I got more ideas for you.
Rapper Boozy added his perspective, describing Crawford as a silent beater. He explained that Crawford's calm demeanor and quiet confidence make him more dangerous because he doesn't rely on trash talk or bravado. Instead, his actions in the ring speak volumes, driven by unwavering determination. Boozy warned that Canelo should be extremely cautious, as Crawford's composure conceals explosive power and pinpoint precision. By calling him a silent killer, Boozy captured Crawford's persona, someone who doesn't seek attention through words but delivers powerful statements with his fists.
Yes. I know his spirit.
Yeah?
Yeah, he got a killer in him. He a silent killer. I've been around niggas like that in the hood. Them niggas lay back until you bring it out, and then they just, you know, I've been like that with them niggas. Like, I didn't watch Crawford. I didn't hung out with this nigga. This is my boy. Like, this nigga got a killer in him. You know, Canelo better be fucking ready. Like, this nigga got a killer in him, bro.
Can't think of anybody, especially someone who hasn't even competed in that division. So, yeah, I can't think of anybody. And to think that Crawford, you know, started out at 135. I mean, the last guy I can think of doing that would have been Duran. But I think Duran went up and won the title at middleweight, you know, and he didn't do it all in one felt swoop. It was one weight category after another. You know, Leonard at 35, Davey Moore at 54, then Iran Barkley at 60. I mean, it just kept moving up. But I don't know of anybody that's gone from 35 up to 168 and basically leapfrog the division. So from champion at 147, one fight at 154, and then leapfrogs over an entire section of top 10 contenders at 168 pounds, never having fought at 168. Oh, the leapfrog's 160, over into the contenders at 168, right into a title shot. Yeah, I can't think of anybody that's done that. Am I wrong?
No, I think you're right. Tommy, over the last couple of years, I think Canelo's come to rely on his power. Do you think that'll be enough against Crawford's ring IQ and his combinations and footwork?
You know, I can't think of any fighter where punching power alone is enough. So, you know, Canelo has come around with two things, punching power and defense. He's still very, very difficult to hit, which allows him to load up on shots and get into the range that he wants to get into, where he can fire away with hard punching power, not setting them up as much as he used to in the past, not having that, you know, that same work rate that he used to have. But if he's just thinking of going out there looking for that one shot,